Come now to question number 5 in the name of Colin King.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. To the Minister of Education, what reports has she received about the response to the government's plan to fast-track school building projects?
The Honourable Anne Tolley.
Mr Speaker, I've received many glowing reports. Sector organisations have praised the plan. The School Trustees Association has welcomed the fast-tracking of property. The New Zealand Principals Federation has stated that, quote, the education sector is grateful to have received the lion's share of the recovery package, end quote, and believes that the package is a, quote, great start for the education sector.
Mr Speaker.
Colin King.
Supplementary to the Minister, has she seen any comment from school principals on the announcement yesterday?
The Honourable Anne Tolley.
Yes, I have. I've seen a comment from Denise Torrey, principal of Somerfield School, who said that the package, quote, certainly gives us a leg up that we didn't have before, which is pretty exciting, end quote. And Sandra Aitken, principal of Point Chevalier Primary, has called the funding a welcome contribution and said that the money means, quote, we can get things done and out of the way quicker so kids can just get on learning.
The Honourable Chris Carter.
Mr Speaker, does the Minister agree with her colleague, the Minister of Finance and Infrastructure, who said on Morning Report today, if we could have announced more yesterday that we're ready, we would have?
The Honourable Anne Tolley.
Yes or no?
Mr Speaker, this government has left a property division of the Ministry of Education that has taken a huge effort to find projects that were ready to go. This is a disaster. What this government has had to do is reorganise a division that was in a disastrous state. That member should be ashamed of the state that he left that division.
Aaron Gilmore.
Supplementary question to the Minister. Can she explain how the school building projects have been fast-tracked?
The Honourable Anne Tolley.
Mr Speaker, there are a number of ways in which these projects have been brought forward. In relation to the 5 new schools announced yesterday in Northland, Auckland and the Bay of Plenty, they've all had their opening dates brought forward by between 1 and 2 years so that construction can occur as soon as possible. In relation to the money for refurbishments and replacement buildings, I'm advised by the Ministry that construction on these projects will be able to begin at a minimum 6 months earlier than they would have normally started because we're bringing these funding rounds forward. That's really important for our schools that are desperately in need of this money, and it's really important to keep people in work in construction and related industries.
The Honourable Chris Carter.
Mr Speaker, given her answer to a previous question, can the Minister explain why... Mr Speaker, can I continue?
Well, I might say it would be helpful for the honourable member to actually ask a question. Okay.
Mr Speaker, can the Minister explain why no funding was announced to bring forward building projects at Taupua Nui Atia College, Epsom Girls Grammar School, Glen Eden Intermediate School, Green Bay Primary School and Papatoe High School, who all have projects ready to go and who were all listed in Labour's mini-budget plan for the post-2008 election period?
The Honourable Anne Tolley.
Mr Speaker,
why not?
I'm happy to provide that information to the member. If he puts it down in writing to me, I'll find out exactly where those projects are.
We come